Hey, I'm Sean Watson, professional wakeboarder, and I'm here to show you the difference between a competition vest and a US Coast Guard approved life jacket. The names alone should help you tell the difference between the two. One is a vest and the other is a US Coast Guard approved life jacket. Competition vests are popular with professional wakeboarders, skiers, trick skiers, as they are thinner and more flexible than a true life jacket. But the only time you should use a competition vest is when you are in a controlled environment where you are closely being observed, like at an event with a safety personnel. These are not to be used for any recreational water sports like tubing, recreational skiing, wakeboarding, barefooting, or riding on a personal watercraft. Today, the US Coast Guard approved life jackets have come such a long way in comfort, fit, flexibility, that there's really no reason not to use one for everyday use unless you are in a competition or any sanctioned event. Here are the key things that you need to know about a competition vest. This is not a life jacket. Injury or drowning could occur while wearing this vest. This is not a safety device. It does not conform to any US Coast Guard or ISO CE standard. This vest does not provide the type or degree of flotation or any protection of any US Coast Guard, Transport Canada, or ISO CE approved personal flotation devices, also known as a PFD. This vest is not for recreational use and should only be worn by tournament participants in a sanctioned event or under constant observation, and should always be properly fitted. Under constant observation means under constant observation while training for a competition. The buoyancy and its distribution in the vest are not sufficient to float a conscious or unconscious person. This vest should not be worn by non-swimmers. No express or implied warranties are made concerning its use or performance. User assumes all risk of serious injury or death. Never operate a watercraft, ski, or ride under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Always read user manuals before use. Never remove danger label from vest. The competition vest is not designed to offer impact protection or the flotation that will keep you safe in a fall. The competition vest is not a personal flotation device. It will help you stay a bit warmer, but it will only offer you limited protection and flotation. It is simply not designed or built to float you the way a US Coast Guard approved life jacket is designed. In fact, with certain body types, the competition vest will not float you at all. These vests were developed so that competitors in contests or on closed courses had a more flexible vest to wear during an event to offer them increased flexibility while performing. They are specifically for closed courses under close observation. So unless you're about to compete in a competition, make sure you purchase a US Coast Guard approved life jacket. Remember to always consider the personal flotation device you're putting on. Be sure to look for the US Coast Guard approved designation before you put on any life jacket. If the vest you are about to use has this warning label, then look for a US Coast Guard life jacket that fits you well. Anytime that you put on a life jacket, it is also important that the fit is right. Do not settle for a life jacket that is too large and moves around on your torso. This will not be effective in floating you properly after a fall. To check, have a friend pull up on the shoulder straps, and if the life jacket goes over your head, it is too large. In the same way, a life jacket that is too small for you will not provide as much flotation while in the water. It is uncomfortable and will look a bit funny too. This is how your US Coast Guard approved life jacket should fit. Snug, belts buckled, zipped up all the way, offering plenty of protection and mobility. Thanks for listening to me today. Make sure to be safe out in the water and always wear a US Coast Guard approved life jacket.